What is up, guys? It is Carly here, bringing you another horror hunting video. Yes, it has been a while, mainly because everything has been closed, but stuff has started to open back up around here, and I had the day off today and figured I would stop at the mall here and just see if they had anything in their little antique store or whatever, and the Crown Mall, whatever you want to call it. So I went in there and I did find two things, so figured I would go ahead and make a video about it. I even brought my camera just in case I wanted to, and since I found some things, decided I will go ahead and do that. The mall, pretty much everything fun is like still closed down, like Hot Topic, Spencer's, Bath and Body Works, everything that I would go to is shut down, unfortunately, but they did have, like I said, that little antique store open, and that's where I found these. So first up, we have some movie called The Wig. I don't know anything about this film, but it seems pretty gross and interesting, and it looks like it is actually a Korean film, which I've become quite a fan of, just Korean films, Asian films, foreign films in general, so I feel like it's just something that I would probably be interested in, even though it does look rather gross and violent, but thought it sounded cool. Like I said, never heard of it, so yeah, decided to go ahead and grab that. Looks like this came out in 2005 or 8, somewhere around then, so the 2000s. Pretty cool. And then after that, we have Ernest Scared Stupid. I've never seen any of the Ernest films myself, but since I'm doing the 91 show on 22 Shots, this is a 91 movie, and they do consider it horror, even though it's obviously like a family comedy kids film, and on Wikipedia, though, it did have it labeled as horror. Obviously, that's not a very reliable source, but either way, you know, I planned on checking it out for that show. You know, probably won't make my top 10 since it's not necessarily horror, but was interested in it and figured it would be easier to just grab it on DVD than trying to find it on streaming or anything like that. So yeah, pretty cool. It's a little damaged on the top and stuff, but whatever. Like I said, it was used. I think this cost like $3. Both of these cost like $3. So that is that. I think I'm gonna go over to the Goodwill. As you guys know, I never really have any luck there, but I believe they're open. Hopefully they're open, and gonna go there, see if I can find anything in there, and I will be back in a moment, so see you then. Alrighty, guys, so as you can see, that is the mall, and then this is Goodwill, so pretty much, you know, sharing like a parking lot. It's not a parking lot, but same space, so pretty easy to get here. I already went in. I was going to film beforehand, but a giant truck, of course, pulled in front of me to block the vision of the Goodwill, and as you can see, this other car has now just pulled in front of me, but what can you do? But I did find one thing in there, not too exciting. I was getting pretty annoyed because it was crowded, and I swear, like, the grossest people are always in Goodwill. It does not matter what time you go in. They're just, like, all weirdos, and I guess that makes me a weirdo, too, because I always go in there. But anyway, the thing I picked up was Scary Movie 3. Yeah, I owned these before all the Scary Movies, actually, and when I moved, I left them with my mom, because I was pretty much just taking primarily straight-up horror films with me, and I knew she liked the movie, so I just let her keep them all. But I've been kind of wanting to rewatch them. I know part 3 and 4 aren't nearly as good as part 1 and 2, but I don't know, I've been thinking about part 3 quite a bit lately, especially because I just watched both, well, Signs and The Village. The Village is done in part 4, but I just watched The Ring and The Grudge as well recently, so, oh crap. But yeah, so decided to pick this up. Don't own the other ones, but whenever I see them, I'm gonna go ahead and grab them, because these movies, you know, they're meaningful to me, they're nostalgic. I thought they were all hilarious back in the day, so had to grab it. And you know, when you just need a good laugh, this is the perfect type of film to put on, just a funny parody film. And I classify it as horror because it's a parody of horror films, so that justifies me buying it. So I forget how much money this was. I think this was probably like $2 or $3 as well, so not too bad. Probably going to go to Salvation Army and maybe St. Vincent DePaul's next. St. Vincent DePaul is a place that's only up until 3 p.m., but right now it is only noon, so yeah, gonna go there and see if they have anything, so I will see you guys in a minute. Alright, so here we are at the Salvation Army. You can't really see because I always park in the dumbest spot, but anyway, Salvation Army's right here, and then if you look over here, we have St. Vincent de Paul's. There of course had to be a car going right then, but you know, that is my life. So right there is the other thrift store. They're right next to each other, so I'm just gonna go into here first and see if I can find anything. They usually don't have too much here, but who knows. And then right after that, I'll just walk over to the other one and see if I can find anything in there. So I will see you then. Well guys, St. Vincent de Paul did not have anything, which was kind of disappointing because I went there about a year and a half ago, I would say, and they had a lot of DVDs, it seemed like, but they literally had no DVDs this time around, and the whole it was kind of like moved around in there, so I don't know if they don't have them at all anymore or what, but they had some VHS tapes, but it looked like they were mainly, you know, children's VHS tapes and nothing more, so didn't find anything in there, but I did find 2 things in Salvation Army. Surprisingly, they had a decent amount of stuff, DVDs mainly, and VHS. They had a lot of those, not a lot of horror, but you know, I did find these. First up we have Wrong Turn. I do own this already on DVD, but you guys know me, I'm just into collecting VHS tapes. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just kind of nostalgia and the fact that they're just kind of funner to seek out, you know. It's you don't always find them as easily as you would a DVD or Blu-ray, obviously, nowadays. So Wrong Turn, I mean, I like this movie, it's a good film, so why not just grab it? It was only 99 cents, so hey, just another one for the VHS collection. Then after that we have The Happening with good old Mark Wahlberg. Only reason I got this is because Austin keeps saying he wants me to watch it and that it's not, you know, as bad as people make it out to be, and he keeps joking he wants to do it for a show and whatnot. Well, he's not joking, he actually wants to, so I didn't own it and I saw it there, so I thought it was funny, so I figured why not pick it up. $2.99. It's kind of almost a rip-off because the case is pretty damaged. It's one of those annoying things where it's like broken to where it's hard to snap it closed, but you know, I'm willing to give it a shot. He's not the only one I've heard say it's not as bad as people made it out to be. You know, people acted like this was the worst movie ever made, so I've heard in recent time that it's actually not too terrible, so I'm very curious on it. I never really knew what it was all about, so we shall see on that one. So yeah, that is what I have found. I think now I'm gonna go get some gas and perhaps some food because I've not eaten at all today, so gonna do that, and then I might stop somewhere else. Not too sure yet. I might go back to where I live, more so around there, and go to some places around there, but we shall see. So I will see you guys in a bit. So I got gas and I got food and a drink at Sheetz here. I know Sheetz, I don't think everyone has Sheetz. I think it's kind of a Pennsylvania thing, and maybe maybe elsewhere too. I'm not sure, honestly, if this is just a PA thing or if it's in other states as well, but it's basically a made-to-order, you know, gas station, restaurants, car wash. They have a drive-thru, you know, it's one of those like all-in-one type of gas stations that people like to hang out at, but so I got this bomb-ass brownie drink that is pretty darn good. It's been a while since I've gotten like one of their made-to-order drinks, but I always enjoy those. And then I got these tacos, which I call trashos, because obviously they're just kind of like a few bullshits and that's it, but I really freaking like them. I don't know what it is. They put like jalapenos in them, that kind of adds to it because I like jalapeno and spice, and I just like the deep fried shell, and yeah, like I said, they're not like the best thing in the world. I think they're similar to Burger King tacos, but they are what they are. I like that they load them up with the pico and all that, so I got that. And because I'm fat, I also got these little wraps. I'm not going to take those out, but got some wraps. It's just chicken, bacon, ranch, and I'll probably eat those later depending on how hungry I am right now. But yeah, so I am just going to eat in my car real quick, and then, I don't know, I'll probably go back home, like I said, and maybe hit up another place or two, so I will see you then. Alright, well, I ate, and then I stopped at Lowe's to get some painting supplies, because I've been helping JP with his house, so I decided to roam around there while I was out here, and, wasn't gonna go in here, but, you know, good old Walmart, not one of my favorite places, but JP said I should go in and see if they have any of the Scream Factories that they supposedly have been having at a lot of the Walmart, so I'll go in there, check it out. Not sure if I'm really gonna buy anything in here because, you know, I'm all about that thrifty buying, and obviously Walmart is just regular price. And it's a regular old store, but just figured I would document this as well. Gonna go in there. Stopped in Five Below earlier too, and there was nothing in there either. There was no DVDs or anything, and they used to carry DVDs there. So haven't been too lucky with that. It seems like a lot of places like just don't have DVDs or something anymore, unless it's just because of the way things have been and they just aren't stocked up on them, or if they just stopped selling them. But either way, we're gonna go to Walmart, see if there's anything in there, so we shall see. Alright guys, well, it has started to rain pretty hard, so not too sure if I'm gonna go to really anywhere else, but surprisingly, I found some things. I didn't find any Scream Factories in there, and this Walmart's annoying. It's one of the ones that they started putting their movies in those locked cases to where you have to ask someone to get them out, so it's like super annoying, but they did, you know, still have the $5 dump bins and the $3.74, I believe it is, dump bins out, so I was scavenging through them, and I found 3 movies for myself, which I was not expecting. So first up, I got The Stand. You know, this is one, it's always, you can always find this at Walmart, but it's one that I've never seen, and I've always heard good things about, and it's just one I did not have in my collection at all, so figured why not just go ahead and finally grab it. The Stand, you know, it's like, I believe this is a mini series, so it's, looks like it's pretty much 6 hours long, so obviously you'd have to break that up into a few parts, but figured I would get it. I also like these, you know, these colors that they gave all these Stephen King adaptations. This is like the, I think 4th film that I have by him that has this, so it's kind of cool just to have on the shelf, so that is that. And then after that, I grabbed Jaws 2 as well as Jaws 3 on DVD here. I've actually never seen Jaws 2. I think I saw part 3 a long time ago when I was a kid, but I barely remember it at all. Yeah, the one with Dennis Quaid. So yeah, I have seen Jaws 3. I know I think it's like a little bit more goofy. Jaws 2 I've never seen though, and I've always been kind of curious on it since I hear it's pretty much a very similar film to the first one, just maybe a little bit slower and not as good, obviously, but you know, I think it's cool that Roy Schneider's back in it, so I've always wanted to see it, and I did not own Jaws 2 or 3. I have Jaws 1 on VHS. They actually had the DVD for that in the $5 bin as well, but was thinking of grabbing it, but I usually don't double dip on a movie unless I have it on VHS and I want to get it on Blu-ray. Like, I don't want to, I don't know, I'm such a weirdo with that. It's like I either want VHS or Blu-ray, nothing in between, unless, you know, I don't own it at all, which in this case, that's why I grabbed these two on DVD. So, you know, about $15, a little over $15 when you count tax for all these. Not too bad, and I was kind of, you know, pretty excited to actually find a few things in there, because I usually don't really even bother with the dump bins. They're annoying to dig through. They have the same films over and over again, but this is the first time I've seen the Jaws movies in there, and figured I would grab them while I was there. So that is that. Actually got a good bit of stuff going on here today, which is pretty exciting. I think this is the most I've ever really found on one of my little, you know, horror hunting videos. So, yeah, I'm gonna start heading home now. I might stop at this thrift store that I've never been in before that's it's more so on the way to my work, but that's also, you know, kind of near my house, so might stop there. I'm not sure if they have movies or anything. It's kind of one of those thrift stores slash food bank places, so everything's like dirt cheap because it's you know, one of those places that kind of helps people out as well. So we shall see. I'm gonna start driving home, and if I go there, I'll do a video on that. If not, I will just do a quick wrap up and that'll be it, so we shall see. Alrighty, so here is the thrift store. As I said, I've never been in here before, so I don't really know what all they have. Pretty sure they have a little bit of everything, but I don't know if they would have anything like movies or whatnot, because like I said, it's like they're kind of a grocery store, kind of regular thrift store, so I'm just gonna go in, check it out, because I'm curious. Also, I definitely like wrecked my car into the front of this thing here, and I'm definitely pretending that I did not, and I definitely hope that I did not fuck up the rim, but we shall see in a little bit here. So I'm just gonna ignore that and go on in there, and then I'll probably be going home, so let us see. So that place actually had a ton of VHS tapes, and I feel dumb for never really going in there before. They had a few DVDs as well, but not that many. They had a few horror ones, but they were all movies I already owned, like Final Destination 2, The Ring, Hills Have Eyes, and there was like one other one too, I believe, that I owned, so I didn't really bother with those. What did suck though, like they legit had pretty much a whole bookshelf full of VHS tapes, or like 2 bookshelves worth of VHS tapes, so I was really excited, but once again, it was pretty lacking in the horror category, so I don't know, I guess people just don't really get rid of horror movies a lot or something, because I did find some, so it's not like they don't hold them there or they throw them away or anything, but I don't know what's up with that, but it always makes it very disappointing. But I'll definitely be going in there, you know, more often now. Maybe not more often, but every once in a while, just to see if they stock up on new items. But I did get 6 tapes here, and it was 3 for 99 cents, so I paid $2.10 for these 6 movies, so pretty good. And I'll just show them here. First up, we have The Addams Family, which honestly, I only bought this one to make it an even 6, so that it would be, you know, 3 for 99 cents deal, and that would be that. So I would just wanted to even it out, but at the same time, I do like The Addams Family movie. Not the biggest fan of The Addams Family show. I always like the Munsters a little bit better, but you know, it's a fun, goofy movie, so why not grab it? There for now. After that, we have a movie I've never seen before, and that is Deep Blue Sea. You know, I heard this one's like alright, so why not just grab it? This was the first tape that I actually saw there when I went in, so I was like, oh yeah, a horror movie. So Deep Blue Sea, it is what it is. We'll see. Guess I'm on a short kick today since I just got those 2 Jaws movies, but that is that. And then we have, I was actually pretty excited to find this one, and that is Flowers in the Attic. This is actually one of my favorite, I wouldn't say favorite, but it's one of those ones that no one really talks about. You know, I don't think a lot of people consider it horror. It says suspense thriller on the thing, but I've seen it labeled as horror online and things like that. Obviously, it's a movie based off of V.C. Andrews' novel about these kids whose dad dies, and they go to their grandparents to try to get back in the will. Their mom wants to get back in the will because they had a big falling out, and they're left with no money. And the grandparents don't like kids, so they're keeping them pretty much in this attic, and they end up staying there for like years and years, and it's a pretty depressing movie, honestly, but it's one that I've always enjoyed. My mom likes it. She read the book. I never read the book, but thought that was just a cool one to find on VHS, and I didn't own it, so pretty nifty. Then after that, The Shining. I mean, you know, what can I say? It's my favorite horror movie of all time, and I have it on Blu-ray. I used to have it on DVD. Got rid of the DVD when I got the Blu-ray from Austin. Actually got me that, I believe, for my birthday. So, just have it on Blu-ray, and like I said, I'll double dip with VHS tapes because I'm weird like that, and when it's a movie that I really love too, of course I'm gonna grab it. So, The Shining, I'm surprised I didn't own this one on VHS, honestly, because, you know, I own pretty much all the, like, classic movies that I really enjoy on VHS, but The Shining, pretty cool. Then we have The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I believe this is just like a Headless Horseman movie with good old Jeff Goldblum. I've never seen this before. I always thought it looked intriguing. I've always dug this cover. I like the whole Headless Horseman look and artwork, so you know, was pretty excited to find this one. I almost missed this one. I looked through the stack like 3 times because I'm known for like missing gold whenever I'm looking for VHS tapes. I missed the Blair Witch Project 2 in that stack at first, but then I remembered I already had that on VHS, so who cares. But anyway, Legend of Sleepy Hollow, cool, just a cool little find. And then lastly, guys, we have Tremors. Just figured I would grab this. I'm not a huge Tremors fan, but I do think they're fun movies. It's a pretty solid franchise, all in all. I'm just not a huge fan, but I do own Tremors 2 on VHS, so whenever that happens, I think it's cool to like find another one in the franchise, and of course, they just look cool together, so had to grab that. These aren't all like in the best of condition, but it's whatever. So that is that, guys. I think that's probably the last of where I'm gonna go today, because there's not really anywhere else around where I live, at least, and it's getting a little bit later in the afternoon. It's like 4 p.m. now, so, and I'm kind of just tired of driving around, so that'll probably do it. So yeah, I'll get back to my house and then I'll do a little recap on everything I got, and then I'll end the video, so see you there. Alrighty, guys, just to recap on all the goodies that I have found today, we have Ernest Scared Stupid, The Wig, Scary Movie 3, The Happening, Wrong Turn on VHS, Jaws 2, and Jaws 3, The Stand, and then, of course, as I just shown, we have Sleepy Hollow, The Shining, Deep Blue Sea, sorry guys, Addams Family movie, Flowers in the Attic, and last but not least, Tremors. So yeah, I would say it's been a pretty successful day. You know, this stuff isn't like the most exciting. I am aware of that. It's not like the most original, unique, or like hard to find things that I got here, but they're all stuff that I wanted, and got everything for I think everything here was like under $5, so it's $5 or under, so pretty cheap. Not too sure how much I've spent exactly, but you know, not too bad. It's like right before payday, so I had some extra money and thought, why not go ahead and do this while I was out. Like I said, it's 4 p.m. now, so I've been out for about 6 hours today, and I'm getting a little bit tired, so I figured it was time to turn it all in. But I'm happy with what I found. Like I said, being from around here, there's not a lot of exciting stuff. I'm always very jealous of people in Facebook groups, like especially VHS tape groups, where they're like finding this rare ass stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know where you're getting that. I would like that though, please. Please give me that. But yeah, you can't really find a whole lot around here, unfortunately, but I'm happy with what I got, and I'm sure I'll be doing more of these videos now that most stuff is back open and back to normal again. So thank you guys, of course, for watching this. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'll talk to you in the next video.